Hi, I'm Alissa Mejia, and I'm going to talk about how one of Corpus Christi's most loved public spaces came to be called Cole Park. The park is named for E.B. Cole, once called the pioneer real estate dealer of Corpus Christi. During his 60-year career, from 1890 to 1950, the city modernized and grew 24 times larger. Cole had a central role in that. He spent his life convinced that Corpus Christi was destined to become one of the largest cities in Texas, which were the words he printed on brochures and gave out around the country to recruit land buyers. For decades, he was the city's biggest champion. Cole's best-known legacy is his donation of Cole Park, which at the time was just an unimproved, eroding 6 acres that looked very unlike the mile-long, manicured 43 acres the city has developed it into today. Yet, Cole's legacy is not all good. He began developing exclusive, high-end neighborhoods along the bayfront. Anyone who has paid much attention to real estate will recognize that while these words sound positive, they're only meant for certain people. Racial segregation was the norm during Cole's era, and he not only went with the flow, he helped drive it. He worked with developers who banned black residents, and he included Caucasian-only restrictions in his own development plans. With people of color mostly not allowed to live in the bayfront neighborhoods, their access to Cole Park, historically a popular swimming beach for the city, was harder. Residential segregation has caused lasting inequity. We see it in the disparities in access to opportunities and in health outcomes. Even accidental drowning rates for Black and Hispanic people are consistently higher than those of white people. That's no surprise, given people of color's historically lower access to water recreation, including right here. Now, the purpose of this talk is not to encourage getting out the pitchforks over E.B. Cole. It's about awareness that Cole Park is a prominent local example of a pattern common across the nation. The land it occupies was taken from Native Americans, traded by those who took power, controlled by people of privilege, and named for someone who furthered white supremacy. Today, Cole Park remains one of our most prominent public places. A new pier is scheduled to open this fall, with an archway purposely reminiscent of the one Cole commissioned to honor his donation nearly a century ago. I encourage you to look at the Cole Park name whenever you go down Ocean Drive. Think of what could have been if someone in power had stood up to a repressive system, rather than going with the flow or advancing it. Use it as a reminder to leverage what power and privilege you might have to advocate for equality any chance you get. Thank you for visiting this event today, and if you want more local inspiration and education about our parks, follow Corpus Christi Park and Beach Fan on Instagram.